If one didn't have access to a calendar, one would still be able to tell when summer's over, because the moment summer's done, it's microtransactions season and all of the AAA video games come out riddled with the bastards. Although, to be fair, if you're following the game industry to that degree, you really should have access to a calendar, why wouldn't you? Anyway, we've been covering 2K games a fair bit recently, because they're often first out of the gate with a greedy, grasping, predatory video game. Last year, NBA 2K18 was an utter mess of microtransactions, utterly riddled with the bastards. And we roll around to this year, right on time, like bloody clockwork. It's NBA 2K19, positioned as yet another pay-to-win game with a free-to-play mobile economy, except you've got to pay $60 minimum to even get into the game, which is to say nothing of the exorbitantly priced special editions. On top of that, the game is full of product placement. It's basically a commercial for such products as Gatorade, just in case you were worried that 2K Games wasn't making enough money from selling a game, selling multiple special editions of a game, and then filling said game with a whole bunch of free-to-play style microtrans fucking actions. Here is this year's virtual currency purchase screen, which, just like last year, is virtually indistinguishable from a free-to-play mobile games virtual currency purchase screen. Sorry, did I say virtually indistinguishable? I meant literally indistinguishable. Just like with NBA 2K18, if you told me that this screenshot was from some hack fraud's 2-bit freemium game on a phone, I would think yes. Yes, of course, that's the logical conclusion, because look at it. But no, this is from an allegedly AAA premium-priced game from a major publisher. And it's shameless, and it's pathetic, and it makes me want to be sick into a little bag. Once again, NBA 2K19 revolves around this precious virtual currency, these premium fake coins that are handed to players in pittances in-game because 2K wants you to spend money to buy them with real cash. At least things are a bit better this year. You don't have to buy haircuts with virtual currency anymore. Hooray! 2K, you're so generous. You can also earn some more VC after playing games, but the game still revolves around this premium virtual currency that still isn't unlocked fast enough to feel satisfying or interesting or fun. This fucking VC, which is still one of the least imaginative names ever, virtual currency, is needed to buy clothing, it's needed to upgrade players, it's needed for almost everything. And according to Luke Plunkett at Kotaku, it does not stop badgering you to buy more virtual coins. A handy Get VC button is even right there under the Quit button, so you can't even leave the game without being subtly advertised to. On top of that, since the game launched, the experience has been nerfed as well. The requirements to unlock badges has been increased by about 30% according to one Redditor's maths. While this isn't directly tied to VC so much, it just goes to show how 2K Games wants to make its games as grindy as possible. After all, the longer you're spent slogging away at a game like it's work, the more time they have to sell you on the virtual currency. And really, it just puts paid to what 2K executives have been saying about how generous they are, that they offer you the opportunity, the option, the choice to pay us to skip the grind. When they designed the grind, they designed the grind so much that they want to maintain the grind by nerfing things post-launch. They control all aspects of the game because, haha, they designed the game. Little details like this just show that a game utterly governed by microtransactions is simply a worse game. By design, a worse game. And it's fucking appalling. Free-to-play economies, freemium economies, and the clues in the name here were designed for games that were free. That was the offset. That was the compromise. You want to play a game for free? Well, here's a freemium economy to back it up. Then these greedy fucking vultures, these grasping little scavengers, saw that microtransactions were popular and shoveled them into their premium games, and then made the premium games worse, grindier, more boring, because they think they're entitled to charge you more for a worse game. And they are undoubtedly worse games, these games that have appropriated free-to-play economies and twisted them to suit their avaricious ideals. And at first people were like, well, it's not that big of a deal. I don't know why you're going on about it, Jim. It's not that big of a deal. And look where we are. Look where we are. Games just getting worse. Games that you can compare to other ones that don't have microtransactions and see the night and day difference between how grindy and dreary one is and how encouraging and rewarding the other is. 2K Games guys, you are shits. Your executives are shits. Your business ideals are shit. You are little shits. You're a collection of shits, and you should shit off back to Shitsville where your shitting belong. And sure, I'm sure you're making money hand over fist from people who don't know any better. And I'm sure you don't care that you've basically taken your dignity and shoved it up your own arse. And that's most assuredly what you've done. But hey, who needs dignity? Who needs dignity when you're making money off of objectively worse games?